Reports of Karina and Houston's sexual relationship is what prompted investigators to file a search warrant for Snapchat. What they uncover is far more sinister than an extramarital affair.
Oh, we got a motive.
Karina, all right, we got some paperwork for you.
You have news about Ryan?
Well, you're under arrest.
You're going to jail. Oh, what do we have here? A wife was cheating on her husband in a small country town with a younger guy, and everyone knew about it. The husband found out about it and was irate. Their relationship took a dramatic turn once the wife and the side piece began to orchestrate and plan the husband's demise for 5 months. What we are about to watch is not only a plan to conspire murder, but also a plan for financial gain. But thank you guys for tuning in, and without further ado, let's get it.
Ma'am, come talk to me, please. Ma'am.
We already know off the back that the one that usually cries the loudest is usually the one that did it. Right?
Talk to me. They're on their way. Ma'am, what happened?
Doing this in front of your child is just fucking sickening. Look, he's right there. Why are you doing this?
When police in Iowa are called to a family's residence, they're met with a grisly scene and a blood-soaked woman sprawled over a man's lifeless body.
I cannot stand fake crying.
If I find who?
The following report is based on official police records released to date, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. Around 4:35 a.m. on June 18, 2021, a 911 dispatcher receives a frantic call from a hysterical woman screaming for emergency help.
What is going on?
I always wonder why people do this type of shit. All this crying and screaming when they the ones that did it. Like, what the fuck is that gonna solve? See, that's that whole shit I'm talking about.
A deputy with the Tama County Sheriff's Office
Talking about her brother is here. Why would you implicate your brother like that, bro?
arrives at the home of 44-year-old Karina Cooper, and no one could prepare him for the shocking and emotional scene he's about to step into.
What's going on?
My brother's just...
What the hell? Why's he got his shirt off?
Were you here when this happened? What's up? She just called me. Ma'am. Ma'am.
All this is a big show.
Ma'am. Ma'am. Come talk to me, please. Ma'am. Come talk to me. Come talk to me.
Do you know how much of a piece of shit you gotta be to be doing this in front of your kids? Like, they trying to console you, and you the one that took their daddy away from them.
They're on their way. Ma'am, what happened?
Karina's husband, 42-year-old Ryan Cooper, a farmer and father of 4, is dead.
If you find it, shoot him in the head.
Ooh.
If I find who?
The person who did it.
Little buddy, I don't know if you want to do that, because that person is right there doing all the screaming.
Okay.
The deputy finds a firearm in the hallway belonging to Ryan's brother Aaron, but they'll ultimately learn that the gun has nothing to do with Ryan's death. The deputy instructs the couple's children to stay inside one of the bedrooms as he fills in another deputy about the horrific discovery.
Haven't had a chance to talk to them.
Man, she a piece of shit. Why would you let your son see that?
Obvious reasons. There's handgun here. Okay. That was loaded.
These kids are going to be forever
I saw
traumatized.
her, but she was literally on top of him when I came in here.
She's hysterical. That's when he's walking. That's the wife.
I think so. There's 3 kids in that.
A deputy speaks to Aaron, who arrived after receiving a panicked call from Karina. Aaron says he grabbed his gun and rushed over after Karina claimed an intruder might have entered the house.
She called you hysterical that he's been...
Somebody's in... No.
There's always an intruder, right?
Somebody's in my house.
Somebody's in your house? Or in the house?
Somebody's in the house, come hysterical. What's that look like? Nothing. To you.
He got shot.
Did he?
Yeah.
This is one you brought?
Yes.
Okay.
No. That's fine.
No. Listen, we need you to sit. Come outside. Ma'am, come outside. Ma'am, come on.
All that pump faking, bro.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get your kids, okay? Next, okay? But I want you to go to my car, all right?
Get him! Get him! Get him!
He's deceased.
No, he's not!
Karina.
Really?
Karina.
EMS and the medical examiner take a closer look at Ryan for injuries. They float around a theory that he could have died from a medical condition, since they don't see an obvious bullet wound.
For sure there's somebody in the house.
That's what she thinks. I don't know if it's
7 from 10.
It's gonna trip y'all out when y'all find out the real truth about this shit.
Did she say anything about hearing a gunshot?
I want to come out here and talk.
I want my baby.
They're right there, okay? They're in your brother's truck, okay? But you didn't actually see anybody? Okay. So did he do that to himself?
No way. No way.
Okay.
Of course he didn't.
I need my kid.
Okay, they don't know what's happened yet.
And how old are you? 4 or 5?
4.
You're 4?
Do you know if he's still alive?
He's not. He's passed away. Okay?
Oh, man.
I hate to tell you that, but I don't want to lie to you either.
I thought I heard her saying someone's here, but no one was here. And then
Ooh, see? Mouth from babes.
he told me that Dad's dead. I'm gonna go get your baby. I need that baby.
I definitely would have been having that in the back of my head if I was the cop, because what you mean no one was here?
We got you. We got you.
An inconsolable Karina and her children are removed from the property. Investigators are about to step in, but with no signs of forced entry, they lean on Karina to shed light on the unspeakable mystery.
And she got cameras.
For 11 years?
Yeah.
12.
Okay. Somebody said that you own a hair salon, or you do
We do hair.
cosmetology?
We built that shop
Oh.
when you was born.
Is it just you? Is it a one-woman operation? Okay. What time did you go to bed last night? Do you remember?
Later, reading till probably close to midnight.
And we're both in the bed with you?
Yeah.
And that's pretty common that
Every night.
every night?
This has got to be the most evilest mom and wife I've ever seen on one of these videos.
So he always sleeps on the couch?
In this chair.
In the chair? So you fall asleep between midnight. You think that you get up around 3, because that's your kind of
It's
your
my
usual
normal time. I didn't feel like I was like hard asleep when there was it sounded like something crashed in the kitchen. It sounded like something falling.
And that woke you up, or that?
It scared me.
Okay.
Man, this acting is worse than a Tubi fucking movie,
I
bro.
got up and I peeked in the living room and he was laying there, and I went to the kitchen and turned the light on in the living room, and then
Okay. So when you turn on the light, what exactly do you remember seeing?
it just looked like he was sleeping.
Okay.
And then I walked up to him to touch his foot, and there's blood like everywhere.
And you ain't hear nothing, see nothing, feel nothing, sense nothing.
Like a lot.
Karina goes into grave detail about the terror she and her children witnessed nearly 6 hours ago. She tells investigators that her 11-year-old son entered the living room and slipped onto the floor in his father's blood before she dialed her brother-in-law Aaron and made the 911 call.
I told y'all she was a piece of shit for letting her son figure that shit out.
I just
Why would you do that?
started screaming like a lot.
Okay.
But I knew I scared the kids because came running down. I don't know what I thought. I thought somebody was in the house.
You done already traumatized them kids.
I put them in my bedroom and told them to lock the door. And I called Aaron.
And Aaron lives just down the road, right? Okay.
I tried to get my stupid gun that I don't even know how to work and have never shot out of the safe that he said we had to have. And I couldn't even get the thing open. It's in our bedroom closet.
Did you ever actually get the gun out of the safe?
No.
Okay.
As they continue searching for answers, investigators ask Karina to dive into the personal details inside her and Ryan's marriage. Karina says she and Ryan had a, quote, rough patch after his mom passed away, but there were no real issues.
Okay, so no affairs of any kind?
No.
By him or by you? And the only reason I ask is if someone went in and did something to him, and again, we don't know. Could be that, could be medical, we don't know. I'm just thinking about like the scorned lover type of thing or anything like that.
She is definitely that.
No.
Okay. One thing we need to ask, are you okay with us going through and looking through your phone?
Yeah.
You give us consent to do that? Not a problem? Okay.
When asked by investigators, Karina says Ryan didn't have enemies and that, quote, everybody loves him. But the interview takes a sharp turn when the agent raises questions about one person in particular.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Houston?
Who was Houston?
Danker?
Yeah.
My friend.
Okay.
No, something ain't right.
Investigators confront Karina about her ties to Houston William Danker, a 23-year-old local farmhand and single father
That is a hard 23. Fuck, that looks like 45.
of two. Karina appears defensive about her past with Houston and says small-town gossip painted them as more than just friends.
Last fall, there was a Snapchat that
Oh, it was somebody else in the picture.
wasn't even meant for me.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Supposedly. Ryan saw it, not me. And he told me about it. It was something about a married woman and naked, seeing her naked or something like that.
Okay.
And Ryan saw it and confronted me, and I confronted Houston, who were friends on Snapchat, and that's it.
Oh, shit. Snapchat, that's where you go to cheat, because you can send people stuff and it disappear. Come on.
And he swore up and down in front of us that
Come on.
it wasn't intended for me. This is dumb.
We're trying to get to the bottom of dumb.
Oh my God. We've talked about it with friends. That's how non-issue it became after we've talked about it. That
Every
said
single
something
time.
about, remember, I seen you naked and something about a married woman.
Has Houston seen you naked?
No. God, no.
Okay.
He's 22 years old.
Oh,
No.
to each their own. I'm just...
Stupid town and their rumors. No.
Okay.
I cut his hair.
Okay.
I watched his kids a couple times when his babysitter flaked.
And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but it's safe to say that nothing is going on between you and Houston.
Absolutely not.
When's the last time you socially interacted with Houston?
I think she lying.
Or cut
How many of y'all think she lying? Y'all think she had a little fling with Houston, a little young guy, even though he looked 45?
his hair or anything like that?
Last fall.
Later that afternoon, Houston is brought in for questioning. The investigator tells him his name was brought to his attention due to his alleged affair with Karina.
The rumor that's going around is you and Karina were Snapchatting. Did that actually happen at some point?
Yeah.
Okay. When did that happen?
Yeah. I mean, if it's once a week, twice, I mean, it's...
Is it still going on?
With me and Karina?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like I said,
I don't believe him. He's stuttering too much for me, y'all.
it's random Snapchat,
Randomly?
Yeah.
And how long has that been going on for?
Probably October, November time frame.
How long is
What
that?
does Snapchat then entail? It's is it like almost like texting something like
Just like, oh, you don't have Snapchat?
No.
Oh, just like random picture, like
Okay, he not explaining this shit because he don't know how to talk. What Snapchat is, it's an app just like Instagram or TikTok. You upload videos and pictures, but they have this thing on there where you can send people provocative shit, and in your settings you can have it set up to where as soon as they see it, it disappears. So as you can tell, everybody goes on there to cheat. It's nothing new under the sun. It's just like, what's that app? What's that? I deleted it off my phone, but it's an app where, you know, I used to go get my gardening from, you know what I'm saying? My gardening stuff. So yeah.
Let's say you're sitting on the deck, you know, after a long day of work, take a picture of your beer and, well, you know, long day. You see what I'm saying? You know.
According to court documents, one Snapchat sent from...
Ooh, let's read what this says. I just read this 10 times, I swear. It just felt even harder for you, which I don't think you could have been more crazy over you than I already was. That book is everything I ever wanted to hear. You can do anything with those boys. You're their daddy. You don't need mom's permission.
Karina to Houston Red.
Good morning, baby.
Just felt even harder for you, which I don't think I could have been any more crazy over you than I already was. In another, Karina greeted him with, "Good morning, baby," followed by a series of sexually suggestive remarks.
Do you still get your haircut there or no?
Well, I did when I worked at Liquid Grove, just because it was...
You got to be careful when you're dealing with married people, man, because the shit that they involved in the karma and all the shit they got going on, that's gonna come right on you and if around and mess up your life.
Convenient. No.
Trying to be overly horny. If you tell me you married, baby, I can't mess with you. You know what I'm saying?
And then now with me working down in Van Horn, I don't have much time to really get my hair cut. Mm-hmm. B, you know, it's not right down the road.
What I was told, and keep in mind this is sometimes second, third hand through people, is that Ryan found out that you were Snapchatting and she then refused to cut your hair. Did anything like that happen?
No.
Did Ryan never know about you two Snapchatting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did she say something to you about it?
No, I mean,
you explain things a little bit more.
Yeah.
So any conversation that she's had with you, even if she deleted it, we can still get it. It's like FBI technology stuff. So
right.
We'll still be able to get that. There's no point in kind of dance. If you were screwing around with her or whatever, it doesn't make you a killer.
No, but it gives us the probable cause as to why she would want to do something to him.
Like that, right?
I'll put it this way.
I always tell people, if you want to cheat or go do your things, please just be honest with me and tell me versus you just doing it behind my back. Because, I mean, I'm going to find out either way, but shit.
Right. I'll completely dumb it down. So, like, with me and Karina, the hard thing with all that rumor being spread is I was literally sitting there like I would say a gay best friend.
According to court documents, the day before Ryan's murder, one Snapchat sent from Houston read, "Going to sleep with my hand on your very soon." Karina's response was, "Soaked just thinking of you. Will be downright embarrassing when I actually have to see you in person." Houston goes on to tell the investigator that Karina was not only his hairdresser, but she babysat his 2 children, which is...
What else children did she babysit? The ones that's here or the ones that's not here as well?
That's how he claims the rumors began to swirl.
You know how small towns talk, you know. Exactly. Houston's kids are over at Karina's. He's nailing her, you know. Yeah. And then, And I guess that's probably where Ryan probably got upset, you know.
I think back to college, you know, when we would get a little out of hand, like we'd send like a pic to somebody or something.
Y'all could send those back in the 80s? Right. Because I know he was in college in like the 90s. So how did y'all even take pictures like that?
Is there going to be anything like that between you and Karina or anything that you're like, well, look, we were friends, but maybe there might be something that the police might think is inappropriate. We're not finding anything like that. Okay.
As to his whereabouts in the hours leading up to Ryan's death, Houston tells the investigator that he was at work until approximately 7 p.m. He claims he got gas, then visited a few farms before heading home and going to bed around 11 p.m.
Well, I'll be damned.
The investigation deepens, and according to police records, the crime scene team finds a bullet casing inside the Cooper home, located near Ryan's recliner. The following day, Ryan's autopsy results are in. According to court records, the Iowa State Medical Examiner determined the manner of death as homicide, and that Ryan died of 2 gunshot wounds to the head. In the early evening
point blank range
hours, one day after Ryan's murder, investigators summoned Karina back to the sheriff's office so they can deliver the information. But before they do, Karina is pressed to address the concerning gaps in her story.
So take me back to when you first.
But if they found that, right, and they calling her back in, how the does it say in the title? It says she's been called 4 years later.
Damn, right? You said you see blood.
That's what I want to know. Like that is the raising question. Like, was she got away with it for 4 years? And what happened?
What in your head or in your gut? What do you think happened?
I scream and I'm scared because I think somebody's in the house. I don't know why. I just think somebody's in the house because there was blood everywhere. You know,
But earlier, your son said that was no one there but y'all.
I mean, a stupid gun I can't even use.
And that's because you don't know how to. You don't.
Scared of it.
Okay.
And this is my tough question, I guess, because I do blood pattern analysis for our department. And you said when you went out there, you saw a lot of blood. Did you see any behind him on the floor or anywhere else? Not at first.
After, when I was kind of pulling at his shirt and looking around more, I remember his favorite blanket that his sister made him that was on him. There was like chunks of blood.
So are you telling me that you got rid of your husband, the father of your kids, and the person that was making all this money for the family over some young dingaling? Come on, man.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. Would you find like the little, you call it chunks, we call it, clotting?
Like
or
clots.
Yeah. Is that what it looked like? Okay. Please be patient. Just give us 2 more minutes and we'll get a move on.
Are you going to tell me what happened?
Yeah.
Karina sobs as she waits for details surrounding Ryan's autopsy results, and it isn't long before investigators decide to confront her with bombshell allegations.
Now, this is the part I was waiting for right here, y'all.
I'm gonna tell you
This is where it gets juicy at.
what the autopsy found, but I think you already know.
Yeah.
He was shot, wasn't he?
Come on, fucker. I mean, lady.
Okay.
Was he?
Say that he was shot. But Karina, that's where I think the story turns. Okay. I don't think anyone else is in the house.
Yeah.
Me?
Of course. Who else?
I don't even know how to find. What? It wasn't him, and it wasn't me.
It wasn't him.
And it wasn't me. How was it me?
Karina, no one else is in that house. Besides you and the 3 kids.
I don't even know how to fire a gun.
Karina, you know how to fire a gun.
No, I don't. I don't know how to fire a gun.
Well, I think you know
So how did you know where it was at, and what was the code to the box?
how to fire a gun on Thursday night.
No.
And how the you in the country and I don't know no country person that don't know how to shoot no gun.
I didn't. Can't you see if I fired a gun or something?
Sure, there's ways to do that, but you've taken a shower since you left the house, right?
I was covered in blood.
So that's not going to do us any good.
Why would you?
Yeah, you washed away the evidence.
My husband.
Because I think that this is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Whatever's happening between you and your husband, whatever the issues are, okay?
There are no issues. Because my husband sleeps in a chair in the living room?
I'm not saying that.
Because rumors flew last fall that I was sleeping with some kid?
Karina, there's things that we can always prove and can't prove, right?
Then prove it. Prove that what?
Karina, listen, okay? Just listen. We're not yelling at you. And
You're accusing me of killing my husband.
well, the clot on his blood does not clot within 5 to 10 seconds.
Facts.
No one's does.
He had chunks of things on him.
Yeah, and so that means he died before you heard the loud noise. And he was shot more than once, so you would definitely have known what was going on.
And the fact that she let him die and didn't even try to get him help afterwards, she wanted this to happen.
The other thing, Karina, is, I mean, we collect data. I mean, that's kind of what we do. We're a homicide unit.
My husband, I want a lawyer and I want out of here. I did not shoot my husband.
Bingo! She fucking did it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
This is insane.
I knew it.
I'm leaving. How do I leave?
Without Karina's full cooperation, investigators turned their attention to hard evidence. According to police records,
do it, Judge.
No firearm was found in the immediate vicinity of Ryan's body. Court documents say at least 3 handguns were seized from the Cooper residence, none of them matching the .22 caliber casing identified at the scene.
Ooh.
6 months after the murder, Karina received 2 life insurance payouts from Ryan's policy totaling nearly $540,000.
For $540,000, his life was worth much more than that.
Raising the
that shit not gonna even last you past 10 years, babe.
Possibility of a financial motive. With no immediate concrete evidence, 2 years fly by as investigators quietly assemble their case.
Oh, 2 years go by. She thinks she got away.
On May 4th, 2023, one investigator approaches Karina at home, armed with indisputable digital evidence that sends her over the edge.
Now we have trucks on GPS that are keeping, data of everything in front of them going down roads. So we can now overlay that and say who's been on the roads during a certain stretch of time on highways. And then we have satellite data.
Well, somebody obviously came in.
I'm sorry, and am I upsetting you somehow?
Yeah, because once again, I'm feeling like I'm being accused of something.
If the shoe would fit, wear that motherfucker. You hear me?
So Karina, at this point, the case fact shows that nobody did come into the house that night.
Nobody.
Somebody did. And this is where you're upsetting me. Somebody obviously came in here. My husband's dead.
He is, Karina. And we both know at this point why that is.
Somebody came into my house and killed my husband.
Karina.
Get off my property.
Karina, hey.
This is the same that you did before.
I haven't met you before.
Go figure out who killed my husband.
Yeah, well, we did. We did.
No, you obviously did. Get off my property.
So I just want to talk to you because you're the one that knows what happened to Ryan that night.
No, I don't. If I knew what happened to my husband, I'd be in jail because the mother would be dead.
With Karina refusing.
You're not going to kill yourself. Come on now. You the one that did that. You would not do that to yourself.
To provide answers, investigators revisit Houston in hopes he'll offer critical details or come clean about the affair. Information that could strengthen a case against Karina.
You don't need to minimize it for us, Houston. Everybody knew it happened. We knew it happened.
Would you say you had intercourse with her like 500 times or more?
No.
Like 100?
No, literally once.
One time you guys actually had intercourse?
One time.
Where was that at?
All it took was one time and she decided she wanted to take her husband off the face of the earth. You lit liquor. I hope she never get out of prison.
In the shop.
Did you stop having your hair cut by her as a result of being confronted by Ryan?
I knew that was not my place to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had already the guy's Cheerios. And well, seriously. No, I mean, seriously.
The morning that Ryan dies or we find his body, there's a snap from you like, well, no, it's at 5 o'clock a.m.
Early morning hours.
What does it say? Something like, good morning.
That's probably what it was. I mean, okay.
Reports of Karina and Houston's sexual relationship is what prompted investigators to file a search warrant for Snapchat. What they uncover is far more sinister than an extramarital affair, and they keep it close as the
How bad does he get though, y'all?
case unfolds. For now, they push for Houston's full cooperation about his suspected involvement.
We don't want.
See, this is why you don't deal with married people. You never know what they're going through. You never know what demons they got going on. And that's a covenant between them and God. You feel me? You don't never do nothing like that.
And Karina to show up and say, yeah, I have a I kept a conversation where Houston said he'd get rid of Ryan for me and we could be together. That's way out there. But
Karina, all right, we got some paperwork for you.
Do you have news about Ryan?
Well, you're under arrest.
Yes, let's go. This was the part I was waiting for.
What?
Yep. So we're placing you under arrest. There's going to be some people at the sheriff's office that are going to be talking to you.
Why
down
am
there.
I under arrest?
Yes.
My children are here. I need to get somebody here for them. Okay?
We will have somebody come over here, and we'll certainly let you know what's going on with that.
Investigators feel they have enough to charge Karina, and on February 19th, 2024, she's taken into custody. The Snapchat evidence, however, proves that she didn't act alone. According to court records and the minutes leading up to Ryan's execution-style murder, Karina and Houston were exchanging messages. One message...
Hold on, he was a part of this shit? Oh, wow.
...sent from Houston to Karina read, "Remember those casings? Remember those. No ifs, ands, or buts." Final messages include Karina telling Houston to go.
Obviously, at this point, Karina's been arrested, has been for several months. This was not a you thing. This was Karina contributing in part.
Hold on, but is he gonna get charged for it though?
We're pushing on this to end Ryan's life. Am I right in that? Or yes. How soon before this did Karina and you start to have that conversation of this could happen, Ryan could be killed, and we could have a life beyond this? When did that conversation start?
Maybe 4 or 5 months before that.
And you ain't tell the cops you just as guilty. You just as guilty. What?
How was Ryan's life to be ended? What was the plan?
To be shot.
To be shot. And which gun, so we can be clear on that, which gun was going to be used to do that now?
Ryan got shot with a .22 that I own.
Oh! From the side piece? Oh shit!
Who shot him? Who shot him?
Karina.
Houston tells investigators that he gave Karina the gun a few days before. Once Houston got the signal from Karina, he rode to her house on a four-wheeler, grabbed the gun from her driveway, and stored it in his closet. And although Houston says he wasn't the one who ultimately pulled the trigger, he admits that wasn't always the plan.
No!
You've said, I'm going to do this for 4 or 5 months, and then literally the day before you're like, Karina, I'm not going to do this.
I couldn't do it.
According to court documents, 3 years after 42-year-old Ryan Cooper's murder, Karina Cooper was charged with murder in the first degree. She pleaded not guilty. On September 19, 2025, Karina, at the age of 47, was found guilty of Ryan's murder and was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Thank God!
She was ordered to pay victim restitution. According to court documents, 27-year-old Houston Danker was arrested on April 29, 2024. He was charged with murder in the first degree and pleaded not guilty.
This is why you never mess with married folks. You never... See?
On August 12, 2025, Houston withdrew his not guilty plea and entered a guilty plea to murder in the first degree. On October 3, 2025, Houston was found guilty of Ryan's murder and was ordered to pay the same victim restitution that was ordered to Karina. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now that's some restitution for that ass.
Ryan's brother Aaron and his wife Heather now have custody of Karina and Ryan's children.
Wow, that was crazy. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to all my supporters. I love you. If you like this video, go hit that subscribe button. Like, share, comment. Got tons of these type of videos. If you like videos like this, we'll leave a link below for the ones that I do have like this at the bottom. But that's it, baby. We out.